Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Southside. Now, for those of you who don't know, Southside is a super producer from Atlanta. He's basically the 808 Mafia boss, meaning that he was a part of like the 808 Mafia, or the cats who, there was a team of producers who came out like around the same time that Young Thug and those cats started really getting on. I'm talking about the Rich Homie Quan days and all that. And him and T.I. or TMI 88 or whatever his name is, a lot of those cats had a group of producers that worked together, man, to produce that sound. And Southside was like the chief architect in producing that Atlanta sound. And he's been relevant in the rap game since, man. He's teamed up with Chicago artists to make, stuff like he's teamed up with G Herbo and a lot of things, man. And he's allegedly Young Miami's baby daddy, or boyfriend, on and off again boyfriend. So interesting dude, a lot of roots in the hip hop game, right? Now, dude went on social media and made a jab at Kodak Black that was kind of unprompted, man. Now, him and Kodak Black, they had some type of issue before, but this came out of nowhere, according to like most of the fans, you know what I mean? And Southside, he really got baited into making a comment, and it looks like that comment is come back to haunt him, because it looks like he's being investigated along with the shooting that took place against Kodak Black and his security. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Southside just a little bit more. Okay, so for any of you who haven't been tuned in, Southside's been in a lot of situations lately, man. He had his whole weapons arrest down in Florida, which is, oddly convenient. Then he also, man, got into a situation where him and Lil Uzi Vert went back and forth. Now, just so you guys can get a little bit of context of these situations, let's actually look at that Lil Uzi Vert clip real quick.
Don't address none of my. You handle your. You stay on your side and y'all stay on y'all side. You got one more time to say something. You ain't got one more time to say nothing. I promise you, I'm gonna teeth out your mouth.
As you heard, Southside was highly upset with Lil Uzi, man. So it seemed like Lil Uzi rubbed him the wrong way because of a conversation he was having with Young Miami on live. Now, to be honest, from the outside looking in, it didn't seem like Lil Uzi disrespected Young Miami or even got aggressive or anything with her. It seemed like he was just having a conversation, be it though the conversation was kind of passive aggressive. I can't really knock, Southside for sticking up for his girl. I kind of understand that, man. Everybody gets that part of it, man. It just seemed like he went a little overboard because of who Lil Uzi Vert is. You know what I mean? Lil Uzi is harmless. Yeah, he ran down on Rich the Kid, which was hilarious. Don't get me wrong. But come on, man. Lil Uzi is not built like that at all. And his fans started going outside at Southside on social media. And they also added fuel to this flame with him and Kodak Black. They were basically sending him messages asking him, well, why ain't you go at Kodak Black and stuff? And that basically baited him into the situation that we have today. Now, for those of you who don't know, Southside and Kodak Black had a little situation before Kodak Black got locked up, when Kodak Black got locked, while Kodak Black was locked up, and all that, right? But Southside, I guess he felt the need to make sure that he let everybody know that he wasn't worried about Kodak and that Kodak could still get it or whatnot, because he took to social media and dropped this clip right here. And this is the same clip that complicated his situation, or has him in the situation that we're talking about today.
Yak, you still a. We could bump too. I'll be back in Miami in a week. Pull up wherever we could bump. Don't bring no security. Bring your. I'm gonna bring. We could bump.
Now, you guys heard that clip. It just seemed like regular rapper beef, right? They going back and forth on social media or whatnot. But the story gets more serious because earlier this week, Kodak Black and his team were the victims of a shooting at a drive-through restaurant. I believe it was a McDonald's drive-through. I did a story on it on the whole nine. Go check that video out. But it's looking like Southside is being pinned in this investigation due to the fact that he dropped that video. Like, I've heard numerous people say this, and I agree. If I had a problem with somebody, especially in the rap game, I am not going to be going on social media dissing them. I don't care what they can't say, because what if something happens and I ain't have no part to do with it? Now I'm going to be in that investigation. They got to take those threats seriously. So this is the story that's being run by TMZ, and basically it says this, man. It says, cops say shooting was a targeted hit, threats made against him. And it starts off Kodak Black. So it says, Kodak Black Cops say shooting was a targeted hit, threats made against him. So the threats made against him, they're throwing in Southside, the producer. So this is getting crazy. So according to the story, it says Kodak Black was being targeted by hitmen when his security guard was shot in the leg. So this wasn't no random, I got into it with some people in the parking lot leaving the show, or we got into it with some people at the parking lot at the McDonald's. No, this is actually a targeted hit from some hitmen. So somebody with some money was behind it. So it continues. It says, at least according to cops who are interviewing threats made against him before the shooting. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Monday morning shooting down in Florida appears to be a hit and not just an armed robbery. We're told police are aware of a series of online threats to Kodak's life and cops are looking into them. Now, they also have this clip of Southside in here, and they say this. They said, we're told cops are specifically reviewing threatening comments apparently made by music producer Southside during an Instagram Live Sunday. Now, remember, the shooting took place, I believe, Monday morning, early Monday morning. So Sunday is when they got into it. Now, I know that Southside, he goes to Florida a lot. But even in that clip, you got to admit, he said that, him and his homeboys can get up with Yak and his homeboys and they could bump. Now, that doesn't mean that they was going, shoot it out or anything like that. That could have been, we can get up and fight. That could have been, we could shoot the fair one, have our teams there. That's there, there's a broad, you could take a broad generalization of what he said there. You know what I mean? But obviously the police feel like this is enough to launch an investigation to see if he had any part to do with what went down with Kodak Black, because they do believe it was a targeted hit. Now, there's another story out there that I was looking at and I read, and it said this. The heading said, police are reportedly reviewing comments from Southside after Kodak Black's security guard was shot. Now, in this story, they go and they talk about the same thing pretty much, but they say that, in one part of it, they talk about the fact that he used bump and about him being that Black mentioning Kodak Black mentioning Young Miami being the straw that broke the camel's back, basically. So, man, very interesting to say the least. And as this investigation goes on, we're going to get more and more details. Now, it says the police are apparently investigating some threats that are made against Black's life made online. That includes comments made by Southside. So nothing more there. That's pretty much the same thing that they're saying. But for the police to say this was a targeted hit from hitmen going for Kodak Black, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's some deep stuff, man. I don't know what kind of beef Kodak Black has in Tallahassee or even Florida, but for this situation to take place like this and for Southside to be thrown in, man, is wild. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Do you believe that Southside is dumb enough to go on social media, make threats, and talk about meeting up in Miami and do whatever, and then to still, use his money or resources to go at Kodak Black and actually put money on his head? I mean, that takes a special brand of dumb, man, especially since everybody in the world just seen you getting into it with Kodak Black. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.